Hi, welcome to my channel, Lux Step. And today I wanted to take just a few minutes to go over some samples that I've been trying. These are first impressions. I usually order a couple samples or get a better feel for a fragrance when I select it from my Scentbird subscription. When you get a Scentbird, a lot of times they'll come in this, and it's simply a tube that you open. Pull it out, tells you the name of the fragrance, and then you have enough. I think they're thinking it will last a month. So for me, I have enough for a couple of days. The ones I wanted to tell you about today, first one is Room 1015 Poppy Riot. Top notes include the green mandarin, bitter orange, and dried plum. In the middle, you have saffron, davana, and poppy milk. In the base, tonka bean, tobacco, woody notes, and musk. Poppy Riot opens very bright and very bold and remains that way from start to finish. This is one of the two fragrances in my whole time of enjoying fragrances that immediately gave me a headache. And I'm glad I was able to sample it through Scentbird because it was almost a blind buy that would have gone very, very wrong. I was saved from that mistake by choosing Scentbird. You can choose whatever subscription service you want for fragrances, but I do like Scentbird, and I also enjoy, I've used Luxury Scent Box, which has some higher end fragrances, and I also have used Scent Box. I really like Scent Box and the way they send it to you. Very nice. And I have only one time received one that was damaged, and that was with Scentbird. But they very quickly solved that issue. I think a 5 ml would not really be necessary for Poppy Riot. And that's because a 2 ml would have really provided what I needed and to know immediately that it just does not work on my body chemistry. There are two delightful gems I would suggest from Room 1015, at least getting your nose on them and trying them. One is Jasmine Freak and one is Electric Wood Extrait. If Room 1015 works on you and you choose Poppy Riot and you love it, then it may be a real joy for you. For me, it caused me to grimace. I do not know that I can even give it a real fair review because this may be much friendlier on other people's skin. The next fragrance is from Electimus, which I love so many of their fragrances, and this one is Reverie Haze. It's a floral woody musk suitable for fall and winter. Unisex, but leans very masculine to me, and I do not have a problem with masculine fragrances on my skin usually. It was released this year, maybe a month ago. Top notes: citrus peel, cypriol, green notes, rose, tropical fruits, tuberose. In the middle, you have the cashmere woods, ginger, lily, oud, patchouli, saffron, and white musk. Finally, in the base, you do get that amber, cistus, labdanum, red berries, and white musk with vanilla and suede. The opening to Reverie Haze is very brilliant. It starts out fresh and green with a little spice and tuberose. The floral heart has that depth, and there's a type of texture I could assign to this fragrance, which is pleasant. The base includes a sweetness that works well with that suede, and it just smells like it has maybe just a veil of smoke around it. Not an actual cloak of smoke, but more of a light, wispy veil. I do find this to be very rich and bold, and I think it can be very versatile. This is just a very leaning masculine to me. Unfortunately, it's too masculine for my taste. The lasting power is eternal, like so many from Electimus. My sample set comes wrapped very nicely. It would make for an excellent presentation if you're giving it as a gift. And we'll go more into Electimus later, but this comes with an outside sleeve, and then you get to choose the fragrances you want in this discovery set. And so that's what I did. And very nice. You can even choose two of the same scents if you want to do that. I would say I need to sample again to really see if it may grow on me. My husband, though, found Reverie Haze from Electimus to also be rather unpleasant. So that's my opinion on that fragrance. It does have a fragrance called Vesper Reverie, and I find that very pleasant. And in my opinion, it may have a slight feminine lean. And I absolutely love that fragrance, and I do have a dedicated review. 3 words for Reverie Haze by Electimus would be unique, addictive, and balanced. The next fragrance, I got a sample and it was just a 2 ml little spray from Scent Split. It's by Trudon and it's called Carmen. It's unisex but masculine leaning, perfect for fall and winter. Top notes bergamot, grapefruit, rum. Heart notes tobacco, oak wood, clove, and leather. Base notes labdanum, moss, patchouli, and ambroxan. Trudon really makes candles that are quite fragrant and very expensive. Carmen is a very wearable interpretation of their very popular candle, Ernesto. This is very nice with a bright opening from that bergamot and grapefruit. The rum is also pleasant and it lasts for several minutes. It gives a darkness to the scent without being too boozy. Tobacco and spicy accents appear in the mid notes, and the dry down presents with a very pleasant, slightly earthy, woody note. Now, I would not hesitate to wear this scent, but it does seem like a scent that continues to grow deeper as you wear it, which I do not mind. I think it adds to the luxurious type of feel of it, but to me it is more classically masculine, and I don't mean old-fashioned. Carmen is not a dated barbershop type of scent. As I continue to try the sample, I may find myself purchasing a full-size bottle. It could be one that I could share with my husband and also wear it when I'm feeling like I want something in that tobacco woody category. Carmen has that kind of lingering warmth. The color I think of when wearing Carmen is a golden amber with maybe little touches of a dark brown. A perfect chilly fall day scent. The high heat and humidity of summer may make this too dense for many people, in my opinion. My husband loved this scent. He thought it was beautiful, and I can certainly see the appeal. Trudon's Carmen is also offered in a 15 ml or a 100 ml option. 3 words for Trudon's Carmen would be distinctive, rich, and timeless. The next one I have that I've sampled and absolutely love and will be getting a full bottle of is by Ormond Jane, Patchouli to Atlas. Beautiful fragrance. The kind of masterpiece scents I think we can expect from Ormond Jane with the quality. It's a woody, ambery fragrance, perfect for fall, winter, and spring. Unisex, and if I had to pick a lean, I would say it leans a little more masculine, but this is one I really enjoy. Top notes, pink pepper, cardamom, lemon, and saffron. Mid notes, cedarwood, amber, cashmere, and akigala wood. In the base, you have patchouli, ambroxan, musk, and sandalwood. If ambroxan bothers you, this may not be a scent for you. But there are some real masculine leaning fragrances that are a hit on this list. And I think that my nose has been trained from childhood to love those earthy, woody, outdoorsy type of scents. I find Ormond Jane to have offerings from gentle, unique, to powerful. This is a house I love, and I really appreciate their masculine leaning fragrances as well, and would have no hesitation wearing this scent, Patchouli de Atlas. My husband really liked Trudon's Carmen, the one I just mentioned earlier, but absolutely loves Ormond Jane's Patchouli de Atlas. I must say he also loves patchouli, though. Patchouli de Atlas is spectacularly and boldly polished, with freshness that comes in from that cedar wood. The sandalwood in the base just kind of adds a creaminess and woody richness. I find it has a calming quality that is woven throughout this masterful composition. The texture I would associate with Ormond Jane's Patchouli de Atlas creation would be like a beautiful tapestry. The lasting power and projection is excellent. 3 words for Ormond Jane's Patchouli de Atlas would be enveloping, commanding, and addictive. The last fragrance on this list, I have only tried 3. This is my 3rd sample of the Roja Serenity. And what I can say is this is an all year round fragrance choice. I think it would be especially good for fall or even a cool spring day. And you could wear it in the summer. It's got an aromatic floral green quality to it. Notes quickly are top notes bergamot, lemon, orange, jasmine, and clary sage. I find clary sage to really be a note in a fragrance that I love. It reminds me of Perfumes de Marly's Sedberry, which I thought was wonderful, and I don't know why it was discontinued. This gives me that feeling, but not quite one that I love as much as I do Sedberry from Perfumes de Marly. It was in the white bottle, gold top. But in this one, you continue into the heart and you get rhubarb, chamomile, magnolia, gardenia, jasmine sambac, and violet. In the base, you have ginger, cardamom, black tea, mate tea, also cashmere wood, sandalwood, coumarin, tonka bean, and vanilla musk. The bergamot, lemon, and orange all give a lift to the opening, and it does not strike you as being sharp or overly bright. And I think what tames it down in that opening is the clary sage. I think it's that perfect bridge to the citrus, florals in the heart, and woody notes in the base. Now, clary sage can also mimic a tea-like note, and in here I think it does that very well. The florals are soft, but they do not overtake the fragrance. Roja's Serenity blend offers kind of a dreamy balm, a scent I would like to wear on a cool day in the comfort of my home, wearing soft, light, satiny lavender or light blue shirt that just barely glazes your skin. Serenity blend from Roja is like a dreamy balm. It's a scent I would like to wear on a cool day in the comfort of my home. Certainly you can wear it out. I'm just saying this is how I imagine it. And I can imagine wearing something light, satiny, maybe in a lavender or a light blue shirt, and that silky material just barely grazes your skin. It unfurls like leaves of a perfectly brewed tea, with lightly sweetened gourmand facets, but not overly sweet in any way. This is definitely, in my opinion, not a date night scent or an evening scent. Of course, you can wear what you want when you want, but I feel like this is kind of a guilty pleasure for me, and I wouldn't want to share it with those around me. If you're looking for a very strong, calming scent, I can't say this is it. However, I'm being a little bit selfish with this quiet luxury, expertly blended fragrance. This is not one that I think everyone will enjoy. And I don't know if I want to buy a full bottle. I may just choose a travel decan. But it is very enjoyable, and I think as the weather gets cooler, I will come to enjoy it more and more. Samples are easy to obtain, so there's not a need to purchase the pricey bottle until you're sure it's for you. So I would strongly encourage sampling, at least getting a couple of samples of this one, because it is a very calming, unique fragrance. 3 words for Roja's Serenity blend would be contemplative, soothing, and refined. Those are what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what your scents are that you're trying right now and you're enjoying. They don't even have to be new, but maybe new to your collection. Thank you, and I will look forward to seeing you in my next fragrance video, my fragrance friends. And in the meantime, keep smelling divine. Please like, share, and subscribe. Goodbye.